Hello everybody, Barb Pitcock here, and tonight I wanted to do this special Ustream meeting for you because I know that with wintertime coming on and the holidays, people are so busy. But I don't want you to stop building your business. I definitely don't want you to slow down because there's no better time than now to be building. So in the next few minutes, I just want to share with you why it's so exciting to be in a home-based business during the holidays. You know, my husband and I have been doing this industry together since 1996. Imagine that. Never having to go to work, working from the comfort of your home, sitting by the fire, drinking coffee, waking up when you want, doing whatever you want, and having the money to pay for it. Especially during Christmas, people get so stressed out about how they're going to do their shopping, how they're going to do their travel, how they're going to be able to buy all the food and take care of all the extra expenses that come. And in the next few minutes, as I share with you this opportunity, I just want you to think about one thing. What if you could make an extra $2,000 to $5,000 a month in addition to what you're already making, doing something very part-time? In fact, you're already doing it. Most of you just don't realize that you could be getting paid for it. Again, my name is Barb Pitcock, and I'm here tonight in the small town of Russell, Kansas. This is where my husband and I were born and raised our kids. There's not a lot of opportunity here. And I mean not a lot of opportunity. Less than 2,000 people live in my hometown. 3 stoplights. My husband nor I have a college education, yet because of this amazing opportunity, we were able to replace our income in 93 days, become full-time stay-home parents at the age of 23 and 24, and we skyrocketed in this industry just by plugging into a system that I'm going to share with you in the next few minutes and teaching other people how to do the same thing. So we were 23 and 24 with 2 small children and 1 on the way. We had $250,000 in debt, had started 5 businesses in our hometown when all of a sudden the economy plummeted. Now, you know, interest rates, oil was $7.25 a barrel, if you can imagine. And I live in an oil boomtown. So every house on the street was up for sale. People were being laid off, losing their jobs. Houses were in foreclosure. I owned a salon, a gift store, had a dance academy. My husband owned a furniture company, and by trade, he was a professional bull rider. So we would travel on the weekends. Dave would ride bulls for day money or the pot or whatever he could win. We would do craft shows on Sundays in whatever park. We could do these big trade shows. We ran the salon and the gift store. We even opened a coffee bar and spent more on the neon sign to go in the window than it cost you to get in at the highest level of this company I'm going to share with you tonight. You guys imagine this. We spent $5,000 to open a coffee bar in Kansas, and I did the math later. In order to ever even recoup what we spent, we would have had to sell thousands, probably 2,000 cups of coffee just to get the money back that we spent. And there's not even that many people that live in this town. Every day, people are looking for a way to make extra money. They're going back to school, they're investing in the stock market, they're buying real estate, they're putting stuff on credit cards because they don't have enough money to pay for all their necessities, let alone any extra things. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to try to sell you anything tonight, but if you listen to what I have to share in the next few minutes and you don't get excited about this, just know this probably isn't for you, and I don't want to talk anybody into getting involved in something that they're not excited about. But if you get as excited as I did when I first understood this concept, you're probably going to have a hard time sleeping tonight. So at the age of 23 and 24, we went from being in a bankruptcy situation with 2 cars repossessed in the worst economy in 1996 to making over $48,000 a month in our early 20s. This was our monthly income by the age of 27, and it's never been less. Imagine that. Small town, no credibility, no money to get started, bankruptcy situation, 2 babies, number 3 on the way. Never had success ever in a home-based business. I mean, I've been in Melaleuca, Amway, Arbonne. We did the parties where I did Christmas around the world because I love Christmas, and I thought, oh, this is great. I'll do House Lloyd Home Interiors. I sold a lot of it, but I spent more than I made. So when an opportunity came along in 1996, my first response was, no, we're not doing network marketing. In fact, just earlier that week, I'd been on my knees praying for something to come along because it was November and times were tough and we had a car repossessed and a utility disconnect And sometimes things have to get really, really bad before people get on their knees and start praying for, what can I do here? But then when it came along, my answer was, no, God, not network marketing. That's not for me. So I'm going to tell you right now, if you're skeptical, I don't blame you. You should be. I was skeptical too. I didn't want to get in the next thing smoking through town. I didn't want to get my friends and stuff, and I didn't want them to feel like that. But when I saw a way that I could help them replace their income, drive a free car, and make more money than they ever dreamt possible, I went from having this status, like, what will they think if they find out I'm in a home-based business, and thinking about the stigma that some people have about network marketing. I got rid of all that. I looked at my pile of bills, and they were always scarier at night. I don't know why that is. And those babies that I didn't see all day because I dropped them off at daycare in the morning and I picked them up late at night. At the end of the day, they would fall asleep laying there on the floor, and I would look at them, these precious little kids that were growing up with Dave and I going 100 miles an hour in this microwave radar world where everybody's charging everything on their credit cards. Buy it now, pay it later. There is no delayed gratification, guys. Everyone you know is living above their means and has no idea what they're doing to pay it all off. And I'm going to share with you in the next 20 to 30 minutes how you can not only have more money for Christmas, but start a home-based business to where you can make more money in the next 90 days than you probably ever even dreamt possible. And here's how you do it. You, yourself, have dreams and goals. I know that you do. And you just figure out what you would do with an extra $2,000 to $5,000 a month, and then I'm going to share with you exactly how to make that kind of money. So in 1996, my husband went to a meeting without me. I said, absolutely not. We're not going, and we're not joining anything. So he went to the meeting without me. And I thank God today that he went, because if not, I'd probably still be cutting hair, dropping my kids off, picking them up, running around like a crazy woman, trying to figure out how to pay all my bills and rob from Peter to pay Paul. With this opportunity, the sky's the limit. It's all going to be dependent on you. And the meeting that he went to, the only thing he remembered when he got home, now you got to understand, Dave is a quiet guy. So if you're thinking, I can't do this, I'm too quiet, or I'm shy, that would describe my husband. I talk a lot. Dave's pretty quiet. But he had more success than I did. Because when you're a quiet, laid-back guy, and you're not just out getting involved in everything and, selling and speaking and doing all those things, and all of a sudden you become excited about something, and you have genuine enthusiasm, your friends are like, wow, I've never seen him this excited. Everybody wanted to be in business with Dave Pitcock because it was the first time they had ever seen him so excited about something, and this is why he was so excited. The guy at the meeting that night wrote one thing on the board. He wrote, dreams. And honestly, at this time in my life, I didn't have any dreams. My dream was fix the front door, get a new shower curtain, pay daycare. I wasn't thinking about cars and mansions and all these things, but I knew that there were people in this industry that had made that kind of money. It just never quite happened for me. So when they wrote this on the board, they said the reality is this is how much money we make. And in my town where I live, I would say the average income is probably $25,000 to $30,000 a year. $2,000 to $3,000 a month is a lot of money here for most people. So I don't know what it is where you live. Maybe it's a higher cost of living if you live on the coast or California or somewhere where it's exotic. But here in Kansas, $2,000 to $5,000 a month, that's a lot of money. So whatever it is that you make, that's what people base, where can I travel, what kind of car can I drive, what kind of house can I live in, how much can I put in the offering plate at church on Sunday, can we go on a vacation, do we have to drive or could we fly, if we fly do we have to go economy and travel to 4 cities in one day to get to our destination, or can we upgrade to first class? All of these decisions we make are all based on how much money we have as a monthly income. But if you could just have fun with me here for a couple of minutes, this is very important. If I'm going to show you a way to make an extra $2,000 to $5,000 a month, what are you going to do with that much money? So the question is, if you had an extra $2,000 to $5,000 a month that was coming in month after month, in addition to what you're already making, what would you spend it on? And if I went around the room right now and asked all the people in the room just to shout out some things that they might do, what would you do with an extra $2,000 to $5,000 a month? So I can imagine what some of you are saying. Okay, get a new house. What kind of a house would you get? Oh, I'd get a ranch-style house. Land on the river. That was a dream of mine. far away from everybody, just out there on 20 or 30 acres of my own with a beautiful view. Imagine me thinking of that at a time when I couldn't even pay my rent, let alone get a loan to buy my own home. Reality would have said, don't get your hopes up. You can't even get financing. What do you mean, go look at your dream home? You guys, when I figured this out, within 18 months, we were moving into the home of our dreams, driving free cars, traveling first class, going on cruises. And I said no at first to the opportunity. Why? Because it sounded too good to be true. So if we were having fun with this, some of you would say charity. You want to give to your favorite charity. Oh, college education. I'm putting 2 kids through college right now. Do you have any idea what that takes? Start a college fund. That's a good one. What else would you guys do? Travel. Travel where? Where would you go? Hawaii. Maybe you'd go out of the United States. Maybe you would like to go to Italy. Or maybe you would just like to travel and see the people that you love. See, I don't know what it is that excites you, but I know this. If we can figure that out, and we can find a way that you can pay for it, and I mean pay cash, not charge it, not go into debt, then you're going to find a way that you can get started and make this kind of money very quickly. But if we don't do this step first, I can talk to you about this company and the products and all the bonuses and everything that's out there. But if you don't know why you would do it, I'll guarantee you're not going to listen to anything else that I say. So don't go any further in this broadcast until you know what would you do with an extra $2,000 to $5,000 a month. In fact, my mentor said, what would you do if you hit the lottery? And I know that the odds of hitting the lottery are like me walking out of this building tonight and getting struck by lightning. So that was always hard for me. Oh, win the lottery. Give me a break. And then at one time I heard him say, what would you do if a rich relative died and left you all of their money and it just came to you in an extra $2,000 to $5,000 a month? And do you know what I said? I would probably get struck by lightning before I would have a rich relative die, because I don't have a lot of rich relatives, only a couple. And all of you that are listening right now, I just want you to have fun with this and think to yourself, $2,000 to $5,000 a month if someone left you money, if you hit the lottery, or for some reason, say you hit oil. Here we have oil wells. So it's a good $5,000 to $10,000 to even get started in an oil well. That's just you having one little share. And do you know that if it doesn't hit oil, then you got to go pay to put all the dirt back in the hole? You actually have to pay to fill an empty hole after you had a loser well. So what does it take to get started in a normal business? I don't know how many of you have ever been in any type of a home-based business, but it takes a lot of money to get started in any kind of business. And tonight what I'm going to share with you takes a little bit of nothing, but the upside potential is going to be so big. And what my mentor taught not only me, but my entire organization, it grew to be over 10,000 people. I was in my 20s, you guys. There were no cell phones. There wasn't internet. We didn't have the websites. We were just telling the story, and it exploded. So imagine what you could do if you took advantage of this opportunity tonight. So $25,000 to $30,000 a year makes people say, oh, I can just do online classes. I don't need a college education. I'll go to a trade school. New house? Oh, that's just for rich people. Oh, we don't need to get a new house. We can just rent. Heck, we can move into mom's old house. That'd be even easier. Ranch? Nah, I don't like it in the country anyway. Land on the river, that'd be too much money. Driving back and forth every day for gas, that'd just be a waste. These are the things we say. Charity, you want to be your own favorite charity. And travel, that ends up being stay with our mother-in-law or Aunt Susie who lives in California. Well, that's fun, isn't it? Think about it, guys. This is how we rationalize things. And Hawaii and Italy, that's a someday when I hit the lottery, huh? I believe that you can take your current income and increase it to encompass all of these dreams and more a lot easier than you can shrinking down all your dreams and saying, no, 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 just to fit in this income. So just listen to me in the next 15 to 20 minutes, and then we're going to wrap this up. What would you do with an extra $2,000 to $5,000 a month? Well, you know, in 1996, when that happened for Dave and I, our dreams came true. And for the next decade, we were saying, how can we help other people do what we have done? All we did was share this opportunity with a video, just like you have right now. We shared it with everybody we knew, and we went from being flat broke to becoming multimillionaires in our early 20s. And I know that you're thinking that sounds too good to be true, so we're just starting with $2,000 to $5,000 a month. But I believe that we can do that between now and Christmas, and we can create a residual income that over the next few months in 2014, that can be the best year ever for you. So here we are, being proactive, saying, what can we do to make sure that next year is the best year ever? Well, what you can do is think to yourself, what are some other ways that you could make extra money? You could go get an extra job. You could work overtime. You could go back to school. You could do all the things that I talked about with real estate and the stock market. But how many people can actually do that? Because it all takes money. And most people don't have any extra money or time to make the extra money. So what I found is that network marketing, home-based business, is actually the best kept secret in America. And the reason why I believe it's the best kept secret in America is because some people just don't understand it. That's the main reason why they don't get involved. If people understood it, everybody would be involved. I mean, who wouldn't want to make this kind of money working part-time and retire in their 20s instead of working until they're 60 or 70 to live on half of what they already couldn't live on? What if this works? If it works, you're going to say, that's the best decision I ever made. And trust me, if it doesn't work, you're going to get a 100% refund. So think to yourself, why would I say network marketing is the best kept secret in the world? Because it allows you to leverage your time. J. Paul Getty said, I'd rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own. So it's just kind of like if you wrote a book and then the book went crazy. I'm an author and a speaker, so anytime I had audio CDs or books that were reordered and sold, I would get residual income. That's great income. But it's nothing like what I'm going to share with you tonight. How many people ever have the money, though, to write a book? Or like I talked earlier, pump an oil well. Get that monthly check coming in from the oil well. You guys, network marketing allows you leverage so that you can leverage your time, leverage your income, and leverage your efforts. Other people's efforts, other people are doing this at the same time that you are. And then if you stop, they're still ordering everything that they want, and you're going to get paid month after month after month for doing something that you're already doing. Think about this. How many of your friends go to GNC and buy the next nutritional product? How many of your friends go to Bath and Body Works all through Christmas and buy body lotion, hand lotion, soap, and candles? Everybody does. How many of your friends buy gourmet chocolates? Everybody. How many of your friends buy coffee? Great coffee. You know, it's the second most consumed beverage in the world. So there are a lot of things that we're all already doing. We're already buying these products. We're just not getting paid for it. And if you could even have 1% of all the money that your friends are spending right now on things that we have in this catalog that you're going to have access to right on your website and make 30% commission on everything they do, just think to yourself, how many of your friends are making a list right now? They're going and buying their necessities, they're buying coffee, they're buying chocolate, they're buying nutrition, they're ordering gifts and scrapbooks and food and all kinds of stuff, and you could be getting paid, but you're not. And that's why I said in the beginning, everyone's already doing this, they're just not getting paid for it. So how do you get paid? Well, in network marketing, in any type of home-based business, whether it's a basket company or a makeup company or nutrition company or a travel company, there's hundreds of them out there. The only way that you make money is when products move. So you got to find a good product. It's got to be so good that people order it month after month after month after month. And the thing about it is, there are a lot of great companies out there. I've looked at all of them. In fact, I owned my own company for 8 years. Did millions of dollars in sales. We were #1 as the best idea of 2009 in the entire industry. I'm there with Avon and Mary Kay and Arbonne and Pampered Chef and Silpada Jewelry and Scentsy and all these companies. You guys, I've been there, done that. Let me tell you something. It's very important that you're in a company that has life-changing products. Very, very important. Secondly, you've got to be able to make money. Why do people join? They join to make money. How do you make money? You use the products. If you love to sell, you can make even more money. But you know what I found? 95% of people hate sales. That's why they struggle. They can't have any success because everybody they talk to says no, and they sound like a product evangelist, and they're running around like a babbling maniac, and their friends are running. Like, here she comes with her stuff. Don't do that. Don't chase your friends. Stories sell. Facts smell. And the only thing that you have to do, you don't even have to get smart. All you have to do is share your story. What excites you most? Where do you see this going? Why would you get involved? And then why would you tell your friends to get involved? Well, the products I'm going to share with you here real quickly are not only good products. There's thousands of products. So they also have to be something that's consumable, that people use, that they run out of. So GNC was one of the fastest growing franchises over the last decade. Think to yourself, if you had a turnkey operation, millions of dollars right there taken care of for you, no paperwork, no inventory, no building, no storefront, no employees. See, when most people get a product and they start a company, they have all this overhead that they have to do. And you are going to have no overhead. In fact, the only thing that you're going to have to worry about is that you find a few products that you can use yourself and recommend to others if you get excited about them. And you make a decision to get involved at whatever level you want to tonight and say, I'm going to start my own home-based business. You're going to get a free website and you can start making money as soon as next week. So there are a lot of companies out there, you guys. I'm sure you've been experiencing tons of people inviting you to do things, but in most companies, this is going to be you and everyone's going to go on your front line. And I just want to share this with you quickly because I was in Amway for 4 years prior to getting married to my husband. He had no idea. I sponsored over 50 people. Everyone went on my front line. Do you know I joined another company once where I had tens of thousands of people in my downline. I was making tens of thousands of dollars a month, but none of these people were making any money. It was just one of those pay plans where the guy at the top makes a lot. That's not a good thing because your friends join to make money, and when they don't make money, they quit. And they join to get great products, and if the products aren't good, they stop ordering products, and then you make nothing. So I want to help you build a large organization, and if these people don't make money, they quit. You have to go get more people. If they don't make money, they quit. That is a job. Nobody wants an extra job. I had no time, I had no education, I had no money, and I definitely didn't want to be out chasing my friends. But I found a way to fix this problem. Instead of being a dog chasing its tail and I'd have to go get 2 or 3 more and 2 more would quit, I would help this one get one. That lady would get all her friends together. Nobody would join, so she would quit, and then her sponsor would quit. Kind of makes you feel in your gut like, why did I do this? You don't have to do that. There are a lot of other companies where this is you and 2 people go on your front line. And I'm going to not talk bad about any company because this is a great industry and they all work. The secret is, how hard do you want to work? Because if you want to have to work for the rest of your life and there's all this big money in some certain pay plan, good. Have fun working the rest of your life. I found a way that you can work once and get paid month after month after month. In fact, the last 2 months I've done nothing but help my mom at a Christmas park that she owns. We have traveled, we have bought lots of things for this park. We've decorated, we've done whatever we wanted. I have a son playing K-State football. I've been at almost every game. A daughter that's dancing at a different university. I'm there during the week. I'm somewhere else on the weekends, and I have one still at home that's so active, and I never miss any of her sporting events, ever, or her dance competitions. But every month, my income is the same no matter whether I work or not, because I did this once, and I did it right. All pay plans work. It just depends on what activity you want to have to do. What I'm going to show you is how you can find 3 or 4 people, help them get started and make residual income month after month after month. Some companies are going to tell you only have to get 2, and that's great. But if this leg goes crazy and there's 1,000 in it, and this guy over here is a dud, you're only going to get paid on 2. And maybe you don't have any friends that are duds, but most of mine were. Nobody worked as hard as me. Most of my friends were scared to even get involved. So I found a way, a pay plan that absolutely solved this headache. And it enabled us, not only us to make tens of thousands of dollars a month, but all of our friends to make residual income, get free cars, go on trips. It was so much fun. And the secret that solved all the headaches for me in network marketing and took me from being so negative to being excited out of my mind was something called a 4x8. 4x8. I know that's going to confuse you. You have no idea what I'm talking about. It's because you are going to go and get 4 friends, and if you help them each do the same thing, they're going to pay you 8 levels deep. It's going to be over 25,000 people. In fact, 7 levels deep is 21,000 people, so you do the math. But you don't have to go find 21,000 people. I don't even have that many in my county, let alone in my hometown. All I'm going to ask you to do is, with my help, do you think we could find 3 or 4 people just like you that might want to switch where they shop, buy a whole bunch of stuff they're already buying anyway, have it delivered right to their door with no shipping, and make extra money for Christmas? It's a no-brainer. Today I got candles, I had gourmet chocolates that showed up, body wash, body lotion. I had some weight loss. I had some stuff for athletes, sports drinks, energy drinks in cans, water. Let's see, what else did I get? I got some food for college kids that you just throw in and boil it like Alfredo noodles and stuff. Easy, quick fix meals. I'm trying to think of everything else that I got, but it came right to my door, and there was no shipping, and the funnest part of it is you get paid. You get paid to switch where you shop and teach other people to do the same thing. So what are the products? Well, the only way we're going to make money here is if you find some products that you love. I don't have time on this short video to explain all of the products that we have. But I do believe that you could find $150 worth that you might get excited about. And if you have a $150 order, you're pretty much going to be qualified for every single bonus that the company has. We'll go into that in a minute. But what are the products? Well, this is the exciting part. Maybe you've heard of Dr. Joel Wallach. You know, in 1996, when I was in that first company, it was a nutritional company, we had this audio CD called Dead Doctors Don't Lie. We showed it to everybody to sell our trace minerals because, I was 23 years old. I didn't have any health challenges. But man, when you listen to this guy, he was such an expert. He had a television show called Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom. And I never met him. I just bought thousands of his CDs and I gave them to everybody that I knew, and people would get on the products. I didn't go out and sell the products. I didn't even know that much about the products. I was pretty stupid about it. I just said, listen to this and tell me what you think. I had a video just like this, and I said, go watch this video. The videos were $10 a piece that I had to pay for. VHS tapes. You have it free right here online. So you just share this with other people, and they get excited about either the opportunity or the products. But when you understand the power behind these products, Dr. Joel Wallach has been nominated for a Nobel Prize. This man has a book this big, over 900 cures for diseases in animals. From his television show, Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom, many people know him as a television celebrity. But what most people know him for is his lecture, Dead Doctors Don't Lie, which sold more copies. That audio CD sold more copies, over 58, now I think it's over 60 million, more copies than Michael Jackson's Thriller. Pretty good guy to get in business with. He's made millions of dollars. This is not on trial. It's not hocus pocus. The products work. And he's had all of these cures for diseases in animals. So he said, what can I do to help people? Well, he tried to bring back all of this research and show the people, hey, you could do this and it cured disease in animal. It can do the same thing for you. He was shunned by the medical industry. In fact, this morning I woke up and I heard something as I was walking through the kitchen. My daughter had it on. There was some doctor saying, be careful before you take any products. Consult your physician. You guys, when I watch the television ads on TV and I see that it says, if you're feeling a little bit depressed, call your doctor and get this, and the side effects are suicide, thoughts of hurting yourself and others, and every day there are thousands of people that are experiencing side effects to prescription drugs, I think to myself, why would you be worried about taking something all natural that has been proven and cured over 900 diseases in animals? And Dr. Wallach has this all-natural food supplement. It's not medicine. It's like if you ate 10 cans of green beans and got the super greens in your body, and your body could fight off anything that ailed you. You know, think about it. If 1,000 years ago we didn't have all these prescription drugs, and there wasn't all the sickness and disease that there is today, what was the difference? See, Dr. Joel Wallach did the research, and you know what he said? It's not what we eat that kills us. It's what we don't eat. And today our soils are depleted. There is no nutrition. There are no nutrients in the vitamins or in the vegetables that we're buying at the store. And let's talk about vitamins. Not all vitamins are created equal. If you go get them at the store, do you realize that half the time they're just filled with filler and there's not a lot of good stuff in there? So Dr. Wallach had this dream that he would take all of his knowledge, put it into a product line, and not only his products, but hundreds of other product brands are in this catalog. Everything from, energy drinks and weight loss and all natural, all organic cosmetics and energized water and energy products. There's not only that, there are things like healthy chocolates with huge amounts of antioxidants in them. Things like coffee and hundreds of products, which I don't have time to talk about. So what we do, we get one kit to get people started on what Dr. Wallach believes is everything they need for their body to have the right nutrients so that disease just can't grow. Now, I'm not going to make any product claims. I'm not. You try the products for yourself. The only thing these products are going to do is help your body be the healthiest that it can absolutely be to fight off anything, because we know that disease cannot grow if we have the right nutrients in our body. So they called this pack 90 for life, the 90 essential nutrients that Dr. Wallach found that you need to fight off disease, so that you can live a longer, healthier life, have more energy, no mood swings, don't have depression, don't worry about obesity and diabetes and ADHD and fibromyalgia and all these things that people are complaining about. Do you know that if we give our body everything it needs, our body will experience optimal health? Try it for yourself. If you're not happy, there's a 100% money back guarantee in the first 30 days. So this 90 for life is the product pack. How do you make money? Well, I have about 5 minutes to share with you how you make money, and then we're going to end the session. And you can get back with the person that got you on the YouTube, on the Ustream, or sitting next to you right now, and you can say to them, help me get started, help me make my money back, and this is what I want to do with my $2,000 to $5,000 a month. So how are we going to make that kind of money? Well, the only way we make money is when products move. So you're going to find some products that you can use, and you're going to just switch where you shop, stuff that you're already buying. So it's not extra money spent. Just take $150 that you're already spending somewhere, and instead of buying it somewhere else, buy it here through your own business, because it's going to help you pay off your debt. 4 by 8. I told you that all you have to do is find 4 people just like you, teach them to do the same. If you yourself were to find 4 friends, the company would pay you $128 up front in a bonus for any of those friends that become CEOs in the company. And I'm going to explain to you how to become a CEO. Do you know that you can get started for as little as $10, and you can buy all these products that I just talked about at wholesale? My little nephew was going to be held back. He was reading less than 20 words a minute, needed 27 words a minute. My sister was a little devastated because he was at that age where a lot of kids might have said things that were mean. Could have been something that he would have carried with him the rest of his life, but she didn't think there was any way to turn it around, because it was May when they figured this out. And do you know that I had him walk to the office and I said, take this product because this is what the nutritionist said that you should take? And during that 6 weeks, he went from not reading 20 words to reading like 27 words. And we didn't have to put him on the Ritalin and everything. They said, oh, he needs to be on something because he's hyper and he can't pay attention. Well, think about this, you guys. If a Gatorade has 16 spoons of sugar in it, and the kids wake up in the morning and they take sugar-coated cereal, and then at lunch they take sugar-coated whatever or food that's not always the best for them, and then after school they go get a slushie or a smoothie or a Gatorade, and then we wonder why these kids are bouncing off the walls and they're hyper. It's because there was not even a bit of nutrition in 90% of the stuff that they ate, and then we're trying to figure out how their little bodies can function. Folks, if you just get your children, or you yourself, or grandchildren, get on this 90 for life regimen, it's not going to cost you much at all, and you can feel better and look better and be healthier than you've ever been in your entire life. I don't care what your age or what your background. But if we help other people learn to do the same thing, and they tell some friends that tell some friends that tell some friends, if everybody just got 4, there'd be 16 new distributors on your second level. And if each of them just got 4, there'd be 64 on your third level. And if each of them did the same thing, there'd be 256 and about 1,000 and then about 4,000. And don't worry, I'm not going to draw this out, but 16,000 on your 7th level, not counting your 8th level. And they're going to pay you 8 levels deep on all of those people. No matter how long it takes you, all you have to do is find 4 people. And if you can find 4, you're going to make your money back as a CEO. You're going to make $130 per person that joins right up front. Those are commissions that are paid on that 90 for Life Healthy Start Pack. And then we're going to teach everybody to do the same thing. Now, every month, all you have to do is have your auto ship set up for whatever it is that you want. This month, I was out of laundry soap. I was like, wow, I need laundry soap for me, laundry soap for the kids at college. I need laundry soap at the lake house. I ordered my laundry soap. It came right to my door. There was no shipping. We have a 13-year-old lab, and she's kind of getting around like an old lady. And I said, wow, I need to get her some of that pet product. You give her the pet product, she's running around like a puppy. She's still old, but when she takes it, she runs around and feels better. You're going to buy whatever you want every month. It doesn't have to be that you're freaked out about nutrition. I'm just telling you this. If you don't tell your friends about the 90 for Life message and Dr. Wallach and everything that's going on right now, they're going to hear it from someone. I'll be honest with you. In 1996, people told me this. I wanted to just say, you're crazy. Never going to happen for me. When that company hit momentum, it was a 12-year-old company. It was publicly traded. They only had about 300 products. And in that year that we joined, in 1996, it went from 12 million to over 100 million. And that happened within a year. And when that happened and the company hit momentum, not just myself, but so many of my friends became multimillionaires because of timing in that business. So I didn't have a lot of friends, guys. But for the last decade, Dave and I have worked so hard to recreate this momentum. Because all we did was exactly what the training told us to do. And not only did Dave make his money back because his wife was so mad, he made not just his money back, but he helped his friends make their money back and went on to replace our income in 93 days. By Memorial Day of that year, he was shown in November, I said no. Shown in December, I said no. February 23rd, he finally joined against my will. And by May 31st, we were both full-time stay-at-home parents making more part-time in our little home-based business than all 5 businesses that we ran. The craft store, the dance school, the coffee bar, the gift shows that we did on the weekends, the furniture company. And what was our investment to get started in that company? Imagine this, you guys. We spent $499 and made over $40,000 a month. Our espresso neon sign was more than that, and we went bankrupt. But here, you can get started for $4.99 and never have to worry. Like if this doesn't fit for you and you get your products and you say, I don't like the products, I don't like her, I don't like the company, blah, 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 get your money back. That's a worst case scenario. But what's a best case scenario? Why don't you do what Dave and I did? Now, I'm not saying that your group is going to grow exactly like ours did, but what if it did? We didn't get 4 people the first month. I was so mad at Dave for joining. He spent money we didn't have. We had no time, and I didn't even believe in the industry. He took a video, push play on the video, just like you can do right now. Just push play, share with your friends. He brought in 3 friends, and that month he made $899. Those 3 turned into 12 people. We didn't get 12 people. We got 3 people. So 3 turned into 12. He made about $900. This was a girl that worked with me at the salon. This was Dave's mom. And this was a guy, a friend of ours that ran the lumber store. His name was Russ. Cindy, Chris, and Russ. That's all we had. 3 friends. Cindy, she sponsored a couple people. That was Dave's mom. She worked at the hospital. She was administrator there. She sponsored a couple of the nurses and people there. And Chris worked with me at the salon. She sponsored a friend in town that owned a restaurant. That lady told her husband he got mad, so that lady quit. I'm just going to be honest with you. These are the realities of the business. Some people say no. Some people get in and quit. Some people go crazy. Dave went to this guy's house, Russ. He called 4 friends from out of town, told them right over the phone what he was doing, how excited he was. They could be his first 4 on his front line. They all joined right away. Do you know why? Fear of loss. They didn't want to miss out. They could hear the excitement in Russ's voice, and they knew this wasn't like every company where everybody just goes on your front line as wide as you can get. Russ was looking for 4 people to put on his front line, and everything after that, he was going to build in depth. Guys, this is what solved the headache for me in network marketing of constantly having to recruit. I would rather find 4 or 5 people and help them become rich beyond their wildest dreams than have to spend the rest of my life thinking me, 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 and just signing people up. You, in your mind right now, are thinking of 3 or 4 people that could do this. And with my help, I know that you can be successful here. The next month, we were so excited about this check, we sponsored another friend. His name was Jeff. Jeff went on our front line as well, and then we decided to help each of them do the same thing. Jeff got 2 or 3 people, and so the second month, we were so excited, we sponsored 5. And, everybody could go on your front line, but here, you have a choice to place them and help your other friends. So we made sure that 1 went under Jeff and 3 went under Chris because she was really struggling, and we gave Cindy a couple, and 5 turned into 59 people. And that month we made about $2,100. And oh my goodness, were we excited. $2,100 at the age of 24? Do you know what you could do with $2,100 back in 1996? That was more than most people made per month. And we had made that kind of money in just a few extra hours in addition to what we were already doing. This is not an extra job. I'm talking 2 to 5 hours a week. Instead of working all day to help someone else get their company dreams and goals and take their family to Hawaii on vacation and build their family a new house and have all those luxuries of the wealthy, why don't you get off your day job and get home at night and say, I'm going to put a couple hours in so I can have financial freedom. All you have to do is share a video, push play, and find a few products that you could use and recommend to other people. If you love to sell products, there's a party plan with makeup. There's a whole scrapbooking company. You can do canvases with photos. You can even do cell phone protectors that have your family picture in them. There's food companies. There's even soil. I mean, this company has so much stuff that you can buy, products for kids, products for pets, products for athletes. We have professional athletes in here. Drew Pearson from the Dallas Cowboys, Marilu Henner, the actress from Taxi, Donald Trump's apprentice, maybe you most recently saw her on that show. She's an ambassador for our company. Theo Ratliff, he's an athlete that his basketball career was ending because of a knee injury. And because of Dr. Wallach and the 90 for Life products, he went on to play another 16 years of basketball. Do you know how much that made him? He raves about these products. If those kind of people choose these products, why wouldn't you? And you can stop there if that excites you. But let me tell you what we did the third month. We went and found 4 more people that we could help. And 4 turned into 259. And we made about $4,000 in 90 days. So those 4 went back to the people that told me no in the beginning. My mom told me no in the beginning. Broke my heart. But you got to understand, my mom was a single mom living paycheck to paycheck. She had lost her home and her car and everything. They were living in a single wide trailer house. There were 4 at home, and I was in my early 20s. So my mom was kind of scared to just get involved in something. But when she saw that I wasn't going to stop, and your friends are going to watch you and say, is she really going to do this? Finally, my mom said, why don't you take part of that and put me in? So I did. I put Mom in the business. And Mom didn't have a lot of people she thought would do it, but she said, I can use the laundry soap. She cleaned houses, so she bought the cleaning concentrates. And Mom was just over here buying her products. She said, I don't want to go out and tell a bunch of people. I don't want to go out and do what you do. I just want to use the products, but put me in. So pretty soon, Mom had a friend that was a single mom just like her, and we put her in the business. And she didn't have a lot of time to put into it, but she knew someone that did. And she sponsored a farmer, and his name was Craig. And Craig brought 8 people to the first meeting. And as you can see, this is growing in depth. I don't know any of these people other than Mom. But all of a sudden, Craig brings 8 people. And those 8 turned into 400 of his own in that summer of 1996. And you know the most exciting thing about all of this? My mom got a free car before I did, because your car is figured on your top 3 levels. When you help the people on your top 3 levels, you get a car. And my mom happened to have a guy on her 2nd level that went and put a ton of people in the business. She actually got a free car before I did, based on the volume and the growth in her group. And at first I was like, what the heck? I'm the one doing all the work. And then I thought, isn't that the greatest reward? See, it's just like Zig Ziglar says, if you can teach enough other people and you can help enough other people get anything they ever dreamed of, you can't outdream the potential of the income that you're going to have, the freedom that you're going to have, the lives that you're going to change. There's a free car in here if you just get 12 people personally enrolled and have 5,400 in volume. So let me show you how this is so easy. We have a lot of people that do this in the first month. If you had 12 people join and they all came in as a CEO, you'd be car qualified the very first month. Free car. 30 days of effort, free car. Who wouldn't want to know about that? So the way it works is when you hit 5,400 in volume, which is 10 or 12 people that join with that pack, the company says your car bonus qualified. And then every month as you help those people grow their business, as long as you continue to have that volume, they're going to send you a check, you make the payment, or you save the money so you can pay cash for a car. You choose. That's what I would do. I wouldn't go into debt. The greatest feeling in the world is to not be tied to a banker and to know that you're debt-free. And I remember about 1999 when we experienced that for the first time. The only thing we had was our house mortgage. It was just such a good feeling to have tons of money coming in. All of our car payments were made, residual income. We went to Hawaii 7 times that year. And I'm not telling you this to impress you. I'm telling you this to impress upon you that if a beautician and a bull rider can join a company at the age of 23 and 24 and become top leaders in that company, with little or no money, just teaching other people a simple system, you can too. Well, I told you a little bit about the company I first joined, but I want to tell you right now the name of this company and why we chose to bring our entire organization, over 10,000 people, into longevity in July of 2012. See, this is just kicking off. This 90 for Life campaign with the Pitcock Marketing Group, we started just 1 year and 2 months ago. And we relocated and we got 2 kids in college, so there have been a lot of things that have happened this year. But right now, we are gearing up for our best year ever in network marketing, and we want you to become a person that's one of the people on our team. Think about this, guys. We started over in July of 2012, going back out, saying, who are going to be our first 4 people? Now, you see how this grew from 59 to 259 just in that 1 month. And how many did I get? Only 4. I didn't get 200 new people. But it grew from 59 to 259. And the reason we chose longevity, number 1, the products are amazing and Dr. Wallach's story is awesome. But the word I don't want you to forget is coding. In fact, I'm going to write it in red. Go online and Google longevity's coding bonus. You won't sleep for weeks. This is why. Let's say you don't get your 4. Let's say you only get 3 people. And you helped each of them just get 3 people. Not 4, not 200, 3 that got 3. You would be what this company calls an SEMD if you just had 3 people that you sponsored that each got 3, and you would have the 5,400 in volume. You're an SEMD. Once you hit that, just 3 with 3, the company gives you a raise. Remember I told you you make $128 every time you sponsor someone. Now they're going to give you a raise of an extra 100 for every new person that you bring in. That's extra. So you then say, okay, I'm going to go sponsor 1 more person. And you do what I talked about like we did in that other leg. Everything over here, all this brand new growth, you get paid an extra $100 for every person joining. So I did have 3 that had 3. Remember, I had 3 and then 5 and then 4, and I helped those 3 each get 3. And then when I start a new leg, if it grows from 59 to 259, it was great in 1996 when my income hit 4,000 because there were about 400 people. They were all using about 150 a month, which averaged out to be about $10 per person. So 4,000 was great. But you guys, if I had done the same amount of work and the same effort in this company longevity with this comp plan, what is 59 to 259, 200 new people, times $100 that this company will pay if you just get 3, that each get 3, and then you continue to build your group? Do you realize that my 3rd month, instead of 4,000, my check would have been 24,000? So every company out there is probably a good company, and every company out there will work. The question is, how hard do you want to work it? How much time do you actually have to put in? How long do you have before you need to make that $2,000 to $5,000 a month to pay off Sears and the bank and the property taxes and the insurance and all the stuff that you're facing right now? I'm showing you a way that in the next 60 to 90 days, you can make more money than you ever dreamt possible. And now it's your decision to say, does this fit for me or not? You know, it's not for everybody. I know that. I shared with you a best case scenario. Dave and Barb Pitcock worked their butts off. You know what? Our sponsor, he didn't have to do a whole lot. All he had to do was find 1 person that saw that vision on that first slide that said dreams. You find 1 person with dreams and goals, and you plug this into plug them into this system, you probably won't have to do a whole lot of work. How long will it take you to find that 1 person? I don't know. That's up to you. It depends on how much or how little you want to put into this. I've told you the worst case scenario, but realistically, guys, if you just sponsored 1 person a month and helped them do the same, 1 plus 1, 2, the next month you'd have 4, the next month you'd have 8, the next month you'd have about 16, by summertime you'd have about 64, that'd be about $640 a month. I'm not saying go crazy, I'm saying just get 1 a month and teach the people to do the same thing. And then those 64 each just get 1, you'd have about 120 people in your group, but oh, by next time this year, 120 would turn to 240, and if they each just got 1, you see where I'm going with this? Would you rather have $1 million up front or a penny that doubled every day? I always thought I wanted $1 million up front until I did the math. I'd rather leverage it. This is the way that Donald Trump says if he lost everything and he had to start over again, what would he do? Bill Gates, richest guy in America, interviewed on Larry King Live back when I was in my early 30s. I said, Bill, what would you attribute your success to? And you know what he said? It was timing. He told Larry King on Larry King Live, it was timing, Larry. But there were a lot of other people at the same place I was. The difference was I saw the vision. And he held up an acorn. He said, what do you see when you look at this? And Larry King said, I see an acorn. He said, no, people with vision, they see trees. And if you really catch the vision, you don't just see trees, you see forests and houses and all the things that come from those, paper. Do you catch the vision, guys? We've been looking for over a decade for a company to recreate the momentum that happened for us in 1996. In South Dakota alone, that company had so much momentum, 6,000 people joined, and it employed more than Citibank. Imagine that, all being in your organization. 90 for Life and longevity will become a household name. Right now, nobody knows about it. We're about 18 months into this, and we're more excited than ever. We came out of retirement, out of owning our own company for 8 years, after retirement, and then we said, what could we do that would be the biggest thing that we've ever done? Longevity, 90 for Life. You know why? There's not a better comp plan out there. There's not a better product line out there. I've never seen a company with so many products that if my friends say, I don't like vitamins, I say, great, do you scrapbook? I don't scrapbook. Good, do you use lipstick? Uh-huh, okay, you qualify. Don't do any of that? Do you drink coffee? Do you have pets? Do you work out? Do you want to lose some weight? It's coming up on the best time of the year to talk about weight loss. I lost 32 pounds between February 4th and Memorial Weekend for my class reunion one year. Pretty good product. Last year, 18 months ago, my mother-in-law was overweight, going on statins for her cholesterol, going on insulin for her diabetes. The doctor said she would never live to see the next 5 years. Imagine that. Some of us have family that are going through that right now. More importantly than that $40,000 a month that I talked about is adding years of life to the people that you love. She lost 60 pounds in 5 months, lowered her cholesterol, didn't have to go on insulin. She's healthier than she's ever been. Does it work? Absolutely. The key is if you work it. Now you can all make excuses or you can make money, but you're not going to be able to make both. I made a lot of excuses. I never would have even joined, and we wouldn't be in the situation we are today. But because of this incredible industry, I've been able to live a life that I never dreamt would be possible for me. And my prayer is that you will see the vision and that you'll become a part of this team so that you can experience everything that's out there. I believe that God wants us to have all of those things or we wouldn't be dreaming of them. The challenge is most people are listening to the media and the news and they're just paralyzed right now in fear of what's going to happen and how am I going to survive. It's a choice, guys. It's free enterprise. We live in the greatest country in the world. And in America, we have this choice called freedom, where we can make a decision, become entrepreneurs, and get started in anything we want to. And in this company, I think it's pretty evident that anyone can come up with $499 to get started. Little investment and the upside potential is huge. I would love to see you driving a free car. I'd love for you to be one of those friends that experiences that momentum like we did in 1996. And guys, I see it right here with longevity. It's publicly traded. It's 17 years old. It's rock solid. It's growing. We had 300% growth in the last year, and we are just getting started. So what's next? Well, you're going to get with the person that got you on this video, and you're going to tell them, I want to join. And if you're smart, you're going to join as a CEO. Because if you don't join as a CEO, you can't tap into that coding bonus. You can always upgrade later, but I'm telling you, if you start your business and then you upgrade later, anything you did prior to purchasing that CEO pack, you never will be coded to that. Don't do it. Get in and make a commitment and say, I want to become a CEO in this company. You're going to spend $499. You're going to get the Healthy Body 90 for Life pack that Dr. Wallach has put together, this Healthy Start pack. You're going to get 2 of them. You're going to get actually about 800 in products for $499, and it's all refundable. And then if we help you just get 4 friends, you're going to make 128 times 4, which is actually going to be about $500, so you make all your money back. And I'm going to be here to help you do that. And the way that I'm going to do that, my story is recorded, and our entire organization uses a little free website called readytocashin.com. It's not about longevity, it's not about all the products, it's not about Dr. Wallach, it's not about selling nutrition. You see, you have to take your friends as far as they can see, and then they're going to see a little bit further. So what is my story? I had no time, I had no money, I had babies, I didn't believe in network marketing, and I said, no, it's not for me. So all you have to do is tell your friends, check this out. This lady reminded me of you. I thought of you. And as they watch that story, we're going to build know, like, and trust with these people. And when they watch it, they're either going to say, I would love to be in business with you and find out more about it, or they're going to say, I wouldn't. It's not for me. But in this short little video clip, it's about 5 minutes, you can introduce them to Dave and Barb Pitcock. And you can tell them that you're on this team and you're ready to rock and roll and you're building this business. See, most people could never do what I'm doing right now, but they could push play on a video where I could do all the work and you could make the money if you just plug into the system. If you want to set up your own replicated site, you can do it for free. Not going to cost you anything. I'm going to give you the trial code. You're going to put in PMG free trial in all caps. And the place you're going to go to get that free website is pmgallaccess.com. Now before you go to pmgallaccess.com and you get this free website that has all these videos and I'll train you and coach you and everything. All the free training is right there on the front. You can download the 8 steps to financial freedom that helped us go from bankrupt to making millions of dollars in this industry. Step number 1, we talked about it, defining your dream. Then let's make a list. Let's get acclimated to the products. Let's invite some people to see the program, teach them how to start their business, follow up with them, start the training process with them. This is the secret to how I went from being flat broke, and I tried all these companies with little or no success, to being able to plug people into a system where they actually learned. Someone took them by the hand and said, you've got to learn this or you'll quit 60 days from now. Most people in network marketing quit. That's a sad statistic. Most never experience success and financial freedom and free cars. But in the Pitcock Marketing Group, we're pretty passionate about it. Last March, we made a decision to have 12 new friends get free cars, and we did it. Last October, we broke a record in the company, fastest growing, highest pin level in the company in just 90 days. In March, we had over 500 new people, 400 that came in to build this business. And you know what? You can work hard and then you can take a break. You can do what you want, when you want, and have all the money to pay for it. But right now, you need to get your business started. So before you set up your free website that's going to help you recruit people with me doing all the work, you need to go to 94life.com and you're going to click join. And when you click join, you're going to put in the name or the email of the person that invited you to watch this webcast. And then you're going to choose that CEO Healthy Start Pack, the $4.99 pack. If you absolutely can't do that and you need to choose some other pack, you can set your website up for as little as $10 and use the products. But don't think you're going to make all the bonuses that I shared with you tonight. You can do that to get discounts on the products, sell the products, and make the difference, the 30%. But if you want to make the big money, you want to become financially free, you need to make some commitments in your life. And you need to say, look at all the other things I've done. What if this could work? What's the worst case scenario, guys? I've already told you there's a money back guarantee. Make a commitment. Get started. You know, the other thing that I know that Bill Gates said, he said that timing and that opportunity comes in a lot of people's lives every single day, but some people just don't take action. I'm going to tell you right now, take massive and immediate action. Go to the website, get with the person that got you to watch this video, and I look forward to hearing your success story, meeting you in an upcoming meeting, hearing you dial into all the live conference calls we have, and hearing your success story and how you, just like me, made more money in 90 days than you ever dreamt possible. You can do it. Get started.